Well, Joan Littlewood, great London stalwart, born in Stockwell, restarted the Theatre Royal Stratford East in the 50s and 60s with another Londoner, the architect Cedric Price. Admittedly, he was born in Stoke, but he grew up in London. They had this idea of one venue to house them all the arts, all the sciences, using digital and technology and bringing everything together and free and accessible for everyone. And of course, it never happened because they were trying to do this in the late 1950s and all the way through the 60s. Obviously, their budget kept changing as well. That didn't help. And they were trying to build one building. And what we say with Fun Palaces now is we want all of that. We want all the arts and sciences. We want everything to be mixed. We want it to be really accessible to all communities. But you don't need yet another shiny glass and concrete building. We've got plenty of buildings, as your piece just earlier was saying. We've got so many empty buildings or underused buildings. And what Fun Palaces says is reclaim the public space we already have.
That's interesting. Yeah, so this is where you are now. And for example, this weekend, you're using libraries as one of the spaces. Just talk us through that link. I think you're more involved, but we'll try and get Sarah Jane in as well.
Sarah Jane in now.
Well, Stella's very involved in the libraries because there's actually 11 Lambeth libraries involved, which is extraordinary. But there are events happening all over London, in fact, all over England, in fact, all over the world, actually. But in London particularly, shall I talk a little bit about what is going on? There's the Unicorn Theatre, for example, is having a children's protest. They're asking everybody to come in with their teddy bears or with their dolls, and they're going to ask them, how would you change the world, which is very Fun Palace-y, because we've got to remember that this thing that we're doing here is not just a weekend, it really is a campaign. We want to bring culture into the communities, not just in our shiny buildings. So this is a year-long thing for us. We've been working on it for a long time, and what we want people to do is celebrate culture all year and not just at the weekend.
And so there's lots of companies like Greenwich Dance, for example, who do amazing stuff all year, but what they're using the weekend for is to showcase themselves, to showcase the kind of work they do, and also to work with other companies. So Greenwich Dance, who are a dance company, are working with Told by an Idiot, a theatre company. They're working with some other science companies, and that's what's really exciting about this, is instead of each of us working in our own separate disciplines, what we're saying is, let's bring it all together. And Dr. Lizzie Glennon, who worked on the Brockwell Lido Fun Palace last year. She's a neuroscientist at the Maudsley Hospital in South London. What she said about it was that when they do an open house at the Maudsley, of course people come who are interested in science. What you get with the Fun Palace is people come who don't know that they're interested in science. People come along because maybe they want their kids to join in with whatever games are going on. There's a grown-ups Fun Palace at Camden People's Theatre. They come along for that. But then maybe they get surprised by something they weren't expecting to enjoy, whether that's arts or sciences, or just meeting a neighbour that you don't normally get to talk to.